Alright. That was no good. Take it. Oh boy. Nothing wants to go on mute. Sorry. I hit the mute a couple times there. Yes, echo. I apologize for that. Well, hello, Carolina Kind Family Homestead and Psych and CDB, everyone in here. It is great to see you guys, most certainly. So tonight's stream is not going to be a too long of one, just a little bit of a recap and a saying hello. I don't have a whole lot planned, as it was a very busy week, as it was for most people. Hello, but for you that are in here that know me, thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. It means a whole lot. For anyone that happens to watch and recap or whatnot and is new, my name is Matthew, and I'm joining you here with the Quail Shack Chat with Matt, where I like to show some DIY, some skill share, some stuff about quails, chickens, gardening, and different urban homesteading things from my urban homestead here. So welcome. Let's see. Hey, all right. So we got a couple people in here. That's awesome. Let's see. I can put some comments up. There we go. We got Carolina Kind Family Homestead in here. CDB. Jerry, excuse me. J. Mary Lastone. Hello. It is good to see everyone in here. All right. And so I don't have a whole lot planned tonight. I didn't have a real specific stream. I had previously, as I believe everyone in here knows, had hatched out some baby quail. And so I had put 13 eggs in my Coturnix incubator and did that on live stream. The project was cool. Hey there. All right. Hey, Renegade. Good to see you. Sure is good to see everyone. But yeah, so I had run the incubator, and we had 4 baby quail hatch out. So I'm not going to even do the math on that one, but that is a pretty horrible ratio. The first time in the incubator I had built, I got about a 75% hatch rate, which was awesome. The 4 quail that did hatch out are so very cute, and we did do some incubator cam and stuff there if you want to check that out. But they're so very cute and extremely healthy, nothing wrong with their feet or anything like that. I did really like the Coturnix incubator. The only problem I had was the hatch rate. Now, there were some major issues, I guess. When the first little bird hatched, I hadn't had the cover on the area where the water is in the middle, and I had a fear that he would hop in there and get wet, and that sure is what happened. And so I made the choice to open up the incubator to pull him out of there and put the cover on. If he sat in that water, he probably would have died. In doing so, I believe there were some other eggs that had pipped or had poked through a little bit. If that happens, sometimes that can squash the rate. You can kill them or not have that happen. Also, with talking with Verna over at Verna Young this morning, she suggested that I had covered the incubator more with towels to regulate that temperature. And that is something I had wondered about because it has plastic sides, whereas the one I had built was very insulated. So a lot of different things would have helped. When I collected the eggs, I didn't look at them in particular. I kind of just took the eggs that I had taken. Whereas when you're collecting them, you really want to make sure you're not leaving them out in any temperatures or for length of time. From what I understand, you want to put them pointy side down, I believe, for a day, or leave them on their side for a day beforehand. And then, temperatures matter there. And if you're doing it, keeping them for multiple days, they need to be at about 55 degrees. Anyways, there's other things I can do there with collecting my own eggs. So Carolina Kind Family Homestead says, I just put 25 in your Jano well. Okay, 12. So I'll have to look up what type of incubator that is. And you're running it for them. So we'll see. Yeah, awesome. We'll see. I'd be definitely interested on updates there. And then J. Mary last one says, I was on a sabbatical, so missed a few shows. We'll go on another sabbatical here soon, so I'll miss a few more. Okay, nope, that's all right. I completely understand. Actually, before I hopped on the stream tonight, I was considering whether I was going to tell everyone that I may take this month kind of off since there's a lot going on. I'm not going to do that. The streams just may be a little more sporadic throughout. But I'm glad you could join us tonight. That's awesome. And anyways, yep, so we had 4 baby quail hatch. I'm going to pull one out just to show here in a second. They are very, very cute. I'm going to keep perfecting my process. It still was a success because it was the first quails I hatched out from eggs that came from the quails that I had hatched out. So the first ones I hadn't bought. It was the sustainability there. So there's 4 of them. I'm going to keep that going. I did go ahead, though, and put in an order for some Celadon, I believe scarlet red quail with Celadon blue eggs. And I put those on order from Whiskey Tango Farms. They're a small, awesome channel and business, and I want to support them. They are on back order from there. From what I understand, that can take some time with them, but I want to support them, so I'll be ready when those come and whatnot. So I got 8 people in here. Wow, awesome. Well, hey, thank you all. Thumbs up if you haven't. And I do appreciate everyone that's in here being here. And so that is awesome. So that was the incubation process. Well, was kind of a failure and a success. It was a lot of fun. But I'm going to go ahead and pull one of those little chicks out just to show here. And so give me just a moment. So this is one of our little quails. This is Nugget, and I don't know if my volume came back on somewhere. You can hear myself. And so this is one of the little quails. If you're not familiar, I gotta find where my sound has come back on. Sorry everyone if there's echo. Get my sound off here one moment. Oh, you know what? Not wanting to drop it all the way. Huh. Okay, is that echo too bad for everyone? I'm not sure if I can get rid of it. He's making a run for it. You thumbs up, awesome, thank you. Hey, Mr. Echo, good to see you. That is awesome. So if that echo is too much, let me know. All my volume's off. I think it's coming from my phone. It's not letting me turn that down. So sounds fine. Awesome. Okay, let me put the little guy back. Whoop! And he'll go back to his brooder soon. But so their toes are. I was a little worried about whether they come out pearl toed or splayed leg being in the brooder because I didn't put any little cloth down. Hey, Drop Family Garden, good to see you in here. I don't know if I've seen you in here before. They don't have to like get outside the brooder, no. So I got the room heated up real hot in here right now. But he or she, and it's gonna go back now. So in the brooder right now, they're still at about 95 degrees in there, and they are enjoying. And if anyone wants to see, you can go back and they get a brooder stream. That was about a 24-hour stream, I believe. There we go. You can hear okay. All right. So I did some of that brooder stream. Feel free to check that if you like. You got 25 chickens. Wow. Hey, so Drops Family Garden. I don't know. Do you have a YouTube channel? If so, I'll check it out and we'll certainly subscribe. We got Rick Melto in here. Good to see you. I believe it's first time as well. Hello from Grove City, Ohio. I just started breeding quail 3 months ago. My incubator's not sucks, but I'm getting 50% for now. I'm going to take it apart and use silicone for the gaps. Yeah, that sounds like you're doing the right thing. That is awesome. Though. They are fun. I have my quail for about a little over a year now. I have 28 quail out in the, or 24 quail outside in the quail shack. Feel free to check out my videos. There's a lot on how I've built up everything. I actually built one of my incubators as well, not the last one I used, but, and so that is the quail. They are a ton of fun. The other thing I wanted to talk about, hey, you subscribe, and you just subscribed, thank you. So if you guys have channels, thank you, Carolina Kind, I appreciate that. Dropping those links. I'll subscribe and check you out. But now that I've touched that quail and gotten my hands all wonderfully gross, the second thing I wanted to talk about on this short little stream this evening was my fermented garlic, honey garlic. And so one thing I had made that I'm going to continue making is some ferment. I think they are awesome. And if you missed that, we made some fermented honey garlic. This is going to be great for colds, flu, coughs, just really your immune system in general. So I'm not going to go into all of that, but the health effects of garlic are amazing. And then the fermentation really amplifies that, and the medicinal effects and whatnot. Honey as well. So it's supposed to kind of mellow out the taste. It's been about 3 weeks that I've been burping it every day, just unscrewing the lid and shaking it around. So now if I can use it, I really want to give it probably another couple weeks, or I would, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. So what I'm going to do is taste one of these fermented honey covered garlic cloves. And for anyone that hasn't tried it, I'll let you know how it is. For anyone that has, cheers. All right. So it smells wonderful. Every time I've been burping this week, it's just, oh man, I can't describe that smell. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of these. And what I'll do is I'll eat one little clove every day. And that's really supposed to boost my immune system and strengthen it and all kinds of things. So I have this batch going. I'm going to be creating another batch and some other ferments as well. Thanks, Mr. Landfill, for subscribing. Do solar and wind too over at Rob's Family Homestead. Awesome. Yeah, so I got a lot on solar I've been doing. I built my chicken solar project, moved to the quail shack solar project, which is much bigger. And actually now I'm putting in a home one myself. So a lot of fun and things to come. Let's see. Repeat of my question. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see that. I do appreciate it. If when you boil quail eggs, do you boil them just like chicken eggs? Can they be pickled? All right. I'll answer that. But let me taste this real quick. Nice and soft. That real sharp garlic flavor is mellow. Very mellowed out. And the honey really adds something to it, but that is delicious. And so I'll eat one of those a day. Okay, yes, you can pickle them. Pickling them is amazing. Pickled quail eggs, however, extremely easy to do. They taste great, and you pickle them just like you would pickle chicken eggs. To boil them, it's pretty much the same way. I'll explain the process I do. It just takes a lot less time. So what I do is I will put my water, in the pot. I bring it up to just a slow kind of boil. And to that, I add about a tablespoon of vinegar, and that helps with the shells peeling. So then I take a slotted spoon, and I'll put some quail, or maybe I'll put some quail eggs in it, lower them down gently into the water so that they don't break. And then I boil them, depending on the quail egg size, for 3 to 4 minutes. Really not for very long at all, and about 3 minutes. And then pull them out with the, you kind of stir them in there a little bit. As you do that, slowly get them moving so they don't get any spots. And then I take them out and I put those right into an ice bath right away. And then to break them, you just kind of roll them almost gently, like you'd roll a lemon or something on the counter. Cracks them all up. I grab a corner out, and I can grab a piece of that inner membrane, and they just peel off real quick like that. So with the quail eggs, I do like they're small and they take some work. We have quail egg scissors. If you haven't seen those are neat. I don't have any right here, but what I do is I prepare a bunch ahead of time so they're not a ton of work. So we'll take like an old coffee creamer container, and I crack open or cut open a whole bunch of the quail eggs, dump those out, mix them in, scramble them, fill up that container, and label it. And then through the week, we can use that to dump out for scrambled eggs. Excuse me. We do pickle a lot of them and then hard boil a lot and keep those in water in the fridge. We don't race, but we have enough wild quail here. Oh, okay, that's neat. So they exist out here, but we don't have a lot right here. And then make sure the eggs have no pit, or you can't pickle them. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So, okay, very informative. Like it. And so, yeah, there's a lot you can do with them. We use them for all different things. Water glass them, y'all don't wash them. Yeah, so we haven't water glassed them yet, although my wife really wants to do that. We bring the eggs in, daily, and they sit on the counter for 2-3 weeks. We don't wash them, and they're fine just like that. Once we wash them, we need to put them in the fridge. But so I guess not with water glassing. So that's something new to try. All right, so I do want to mention something now, and I don't have a whole lot to talk about tonight. I was only planning on being on about half an hour. It's really neat seeing some new faces in here, though. And we do this stream every Saturday night at about 8 o'clock, and then in Sunday morning I do a stream as well. Just pickling lime, that's all you need, okay? I'll have to get some. Thank you very much. So I do a couple different streams. I really want to focus on getting videos out because I've done a lot of recordings. Check those out. Thank you for subscribing. And I'll have to subscribe to your channels as well. But my plan is, if I can get this open without tearing it, my plan is on the Quail Shack Chat with Matt, the weekly one on Saturday here, for this next month or a little over a month. I want to give away a small giveaway. So it's not a big thing, but it's a small one. You steam your eggs, chicken, and never have trouble peeling them. Okay, awesome. Sometimes the quail ones can be just pain because they're little. I never have a problem peeling any eggs, but I've heard they do. Yeah. And so you could do them the same way I did. Steam them. They take a lot less time. But with doing some of my different projects around, I want to give away a small item for the next about 5 weeks or so. That kind of relates to some of the things I've been doing. So some of them may be about quails, chickens, some survival prep stuff. This week I decided to pick something I actually don't own yet, and I've won, but I got a pack here that I'm going to be giving away. And let's see, Drops Family Garden. Way to pasteurize an egg is 30 to 40 seconds in 140 degree water. That's awesome. I didn't know that. Actually, I've learned a little bit about pasteurizing recently with different things and really what that was. So that's awesome. You can pasteurize them by just a quick boil there in lower temp. All right, I'm getting distracted. All right, so the giveaway that I'm going to do this week is the Make Your Own Fermented Food Fermentation Kit, wide mouth. So this is for doing different ferments. Now, we have made fermented garlic and honey on one of the previous streams there. I want to be doing some fermented as well as pickled red onions, and then I want to do some fermented garlic lime probably on next week's stream. So I want to get into the ferments a little bit. I've been doing kombucha and things and making my own vinegars for a while, but that's always fun. And I saw a comment that I didn't see. Oh, there we go. All right. There we go. Okay, I found it. So fermented radishes are good too. All right, that's awesome. We have a ton of radishes. So I really want to ferment. But getting back to what I'm going to be giving away, I'm going to be giving away this little wide mouth fermentation kit. And I don't know how well people can see. I'll hold things up. Here's what I'll do. And so what it does is brand new, and it comes with some wide mouth lids just to screw on your jar there. There's a hole in the middle of that lid if you haven't seen these before. And then it has this little contraption here that lets the gas out but won't let air in. And so these fit in here and have a seal, and there's 4 of them in there, and they're brand new to help someone who's interested in fermenting different foods, maybe to get started. So if this is something that you think you can use, and or whatnot, I'm going to be giving this away to one person. And the way I'm going to be, sorry, not time, I meant, let's see, fermented radishes. Oh, I'm going to put this up. Fermented radishes with garlic, honey, and thyme is amazing. Okay. You can also do eggs that way. Wow, you're full of great information. I really appreciate that. And yeah, that's awesome. I will have to try that. So I'm going to be giving this away, and what I'm going to do is once this stream is over here in a few, I will post it. And for if you can use this, it's something you may want, go to this stream, to that video, and it lets you post comments. And the first person on there to post one of the names of one of my chickens or quail, you can post that on there. And the first person, I'm going to announce the winner for that next week, and I'll get your address and I'll ship this to you, along with maybe a couple other little things there, just small things, and we'll send that off. And so again, what you need to do is just wait until this video posts, go in the comment section, put one of the names of one of my chickens or quail. And we do say them all the time, so if you have to go back and just look at one of my little videos, you'll probably see it real quick. But if that's something you can use, we'll do that. We'll pick someone, and then next week we'll announce it, as well as have another giveaway. And I want to slowly build on that here. And so let's see. Nice fermenting airlock. Okay, fermented foods are great for gut health. They are, and they're really important. I had made kombucha and started vinegars, so let me back up. I know I've talked about it a few times. I'm not really going to get into it, but I had a lot of health issues a few years ago that resulted in me losing a lot of my intestines and some other things there. But gut health is very important to me, and it's something I've definitely struggled with my whole life. And so I think this is a neat one. Shapoopy. Shapoopy. No, that's not one. You didn't follow the instructions. But, yep. And so Carolina Kind Family Homestead saying, yes, Renegade Fermented Foods helped me with your chemo gut. Okay, yeah. Well, no idea here. First time here. I only named one of one of your chickens. His name is Turkey because he's his biggest one. That's fun. No, that's okay. I know you have no idea. And don't answer here if you guys want to answer. It's something you want to win. Do it in the comment section when this video posts, actually, not in the live stream. And it's really easy to find. I say them in almost all my videos. Go click on one of them and check it out. You'll see a name. I'll give a hint. One of the names may have been dropped in this stream as well. So if you rewatch that, you may see a name that you can drop. So there you go. If it's something you can use. If this isn't something someone can use, or it's not one on this one, we'll give away 2 things next week. And they're not all going to be related to the same. So I want to do a variety of things, from kind of survival, preparedness, to fermenting, and quail and chicken things, and then maybe some solar something. I don't know. We'll see. So stay tuned. And so then the only other thing I really wanted to talk about, I would love to join the giveaway, but I have to decline. I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. I have a huge dust hair problem. Oh, yep. Nothing ferments in your house. Okay. Sourdough fails. Oh no. I'm not offended at all. No, if it's not, this is not a particular gift you can use. Just don't comment. It's something I'll give away next week if it doesn't get given away this week. That's fine. Maybe though, over the next few weeks, there'll be something that you can use and you'd like to try out for. So it's just No, I'm not offended at all. It's just something that I want to kind of give some things away, just to give a little bit back. Something I think would be neat to do over the next few weeks here. And so, waiting for your second rooster to crow, coming soon. Oh, that's awesome. So I don't have chicken roosters here. I can, but I'm in a very urban setting, and it will draw too much attention, I'm afraid, to my urban homestead, and so I don't. And I do want sustainability, and that is very important to me, though. And that's actually one of the main reasons I got the quail, because I can have their roosters. And one of the main reasons, this is the first batch of eggs I actually hatched out. So those Celadon quail are going to be coming here soon, and we'll show that. And what that is they lay blue eggs. All right. Fermentation adds to gut health. Himalayan pink salt is the best. I didn't know a lot of that. So that is awesome. Seeing turkey chased after coyotes. Oh man, that is funny there. So Drop Family Garden, I don't know, what area of the country are you in, if you don't mind me asking? Let's see. Where's everyone at? Or if you don't want to say right where you're at, maybe they're state next to you or something like that. That's fine too. But just drop in the comments where you're at. I'm kind of interested. But I know this week was Thanksgiving, and a lot of people were very busy. We saw some family. We had some really good times. It was amazing. And so, yeah, I like food. I really like food, and I really like Thanksgiving, the foods that come with it. And so I absolutely eat way too much here. Okay, Renegade Black Sheep saying, do quail go broody? Great question, and one I really wondered. So it's really going to depend on how you have them. So quail won't go broody in the little cage. I don't, like 99.9%. You won't see them go broody in their little cages. It's been bred out of them a lot. You can get them to if you have like a large aviary or they're outdoors in big settings, they'll hide and occasionally go broody. It's kind of hard to get them to do so, and they've just been bred that way. Now, I do have one that I think may have been going broody. It was kind of collecting eggs into a corner. It would sit on them sometimes, but not really. It didn't really seem to know what it was doing. So something I experimented with already, and it was a success / failure, was I took one of my broody silky, well, I used the Orpington buff chicken, which was the problem because I put some quail eggs under her, and when they hatched out, they did hatch, which was a success, but I think she may have eaten them or killed them. So I have broody silky chickens, which are a lot smaller, and they go broody a lot, and I think I'm going to try it with them. I really want to get where I can incubate the eggs, not eating power. I'm going to take, or using solar power or things like that, so I don't have to rely so much on the home here. Renegade Black Sheep, Drops Family Garden said, they all go broody, just the nature of the birds. Okay, so from what I understood, it's hard to get quail to do it unless you have a lot of room, but I don't know a whole lot on that. So if you have success with it, that's awesome. So have movable nests. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Let's see. Quail are like pigeons. They will sit on a nest of eggs, get removable nests. All right, that's actually something I'm going to try. So yeah, if I can get the quail to hatch out their own eggs, that would be absolutely awesome. So I'll get some little nests and try and put them in there and do something like that. And I think that would be a fun experiment. I really do. I really want my animals to do dog naturally. Yes, that is my goal. Some of that, just because of the urban area I'm in, I am going to have to supplement a little bit. They're not like aviary or things like that, but I think I can hear them squeaking. I really want to move toward having things done naturally. I'd like to get away from using power if possible, although I'm using solar and stuff like that. Anyways, that's a rabbit trail. Oh, let's see. Chickens will mostly sit on one box. Give movable one. So my chickens go broody all the time in their boxes. They just do. They don't have a rooster though. My big dog, Jamie laughing because my big dog is a Great Pyrenees mix, and I have hair from my toothbrush to my fridge to my kitchen cabinet to even my attic. My dogs don't even go in the attic. That's really funny. My brother has a husky that is got a lot of hair and stuff, and I know he's had problems with his air conditioner or different things like that. Um, yeah, my dogs don't shed too much. They do have longer hair, but that's my God. That's the dog. Yep, absolutely amazing, beautiful dog. But the dog hair doesn't bother me. I understand having it everywhere. That's funny. It happens. Dogs are amazing. Right now, we just have a small little dog, but hopefully, we get some land. I'd like to have guardian dogs and things like that. So let's see. You still have that rooster I can come pick up. Oh man, you tempt me. I would love it. I really would. I just can't. We got to get a little bit of land at least. That's the goal. We'll get there quick. Rabbit said even worse. Keep them outside. All right. Well, so my next two animals I'm going to get that I think I can do on the urban homestead here are going to be rabbits. I'm going to get those for garden compost or waste, and then them for raw dog food that I want to try and move a diet to. And so those are going to be coming next. And then also tilapia as soon as I can get an IBC tank or something here. So, has anyone here ever seen a baby or young pigeon? I have not. I love pigeons and feed them, but never seen a baby. So I haven't. Actually, I don't know if CDB is still in here. CDB, if you're still in here, I know she this is bred and hatched out lovebirds and things like that. She may have seen a pigeon, I'm not sure. But rabbits, donkeys, all cold fertilizer. Donkeys as well. So I've actually heard that's really interesting. I didn't know that. I don't know a whole lot. I'm a city boy that's pretty green and trying to move to that self-sustainable, country lifestyle. That is where I am trying to get to. And so this urban homestead project here is so I can build skills on a small scale and build a community and learn things from people like you, which is awesome. And I don't know if you said where you were from. If you did, I completely missed that. Rob's family there. But anyway, yeah, so I'm trying to learn it here on a small scale so I can bring that to a larger scale as soon as I can. Oh, there's CDB. She's here. Awesome. I haven't seen baby pigeons. Okay. I thought if anyone had, she might. She always has little baby. I think they're usually lovebirds, but they're really cute. I think the little quail are one of the cutest little things I've ever seen on the planet. I gotta be honest. When they first hatch out, if you haven't seen them, they're like the size of a quarter or even smaller. And they hatch out with their feathers, so they're not naked. They dry out pretty quick, and then, as I showed earlier, they just pip around there. Okay, wow. So quite a bit different climate. We're here down here in New Mexico in the Southwest desert. So I really like watching and talking to people from all different climates and different areas of the country because it's very different how you garden and stuff. And I don't know where I'll end up. And so let's see. Oh, hey, used to raise show pigeons as a kid. Wow, okay. So I know there's show pigeons and people use pigeons for all different types of things. That's really neat. And hey, Nicholson Family Farm, good to see you. Welcome. It's good to see you. So we actually have 10 people in here right now. That might be a record for me. I'm not sure. But welcome everybody. So I might stay on for a few more minutes, seeing that we have a few more people in here. And I think I might show one of those little baby quail again just for a second on camera. And then quickly go over that giveaway again before I leave for anyone that may miss that. And Drop Family Garden here is saying CDB. Oh, where? Oh, people are saying hi to Hendrickson Farm. That's awesome. Mostly the parents sit on them until they get their wings. Okay, until they fly off. I heard pigeons have the simplest nest, just a few sticks. That's interesting. Animal nests are funny. Yeah, some of them build up big ones, some of them don't care. My chickens, sometimes they'll just, I find eggs running around. And sometimes, let's see, the weirdest place I have found a chicken egg. Now, my chickens, if you're new to my channel, I have built a poultry village. And so I have about a 20-foot by 4-foot chicken run along my back wall that's all covered, chicken wire, and the top's covered with tarps and things, so there's no problem. And then that runs into about a 20, well, I'm sorry, an 8-foot by 8-foot outdoor chicken run, and then I have the chicken house, and then that's connected to another little outdoor area, and then the 8-foot by 6-foot quail shack. And so they have quite a bit of room in there, and the chickens can fly around all back in there and run around. They are not free range, but they do have a lot of room. And so one of the weirdest places I think I found a nest is I have a 5-gallon bucket feeder with some forks in it. And I found an egg up on top of that. And so one of the chickens had jumped up there, which is about that high. About that high, I lie. And laid an egg on top of it and then flew off. And so they kind of drop them wherever. I think it's funny. Saying hello to Drop there. And then Rick Melto says, Drop's family garden, I wanted 4 rabbits, 3 females and 1 male. I let my wife loose, and we got 18 now. Oh, man. She keeps 3 in the house, and they shed like crazy. The room there in it has hair everywhere. Okay, so noted, not in the house. That's actually the little quail. We had hatched out about 70 of them in that first run, and they have a fluff to them when they hatch out, and that stuff gets everywhere. And this den room I'm in here is also a multi-use room, and that fluff was everywhere. And so I hadn't incubated eggs again until now, because my goal was to get that quail shack big enough solar system and power and insulated and warm enough that I can incubate and brood the quail out in the quail shack, which I kind of wish I was out in right now. I've done a lot of upgrades on it. And so, yeah, that's funny. Let's see. I'll miss the comments. Oh, wow. So I've never gotten behind on comments before. That's a first as well. This might be gross, but they can pee in a bottle and mix with 25 parts of water for nitrogen fertilizer. That is not gross. My wife told me that is absolutely gross. But I am into trying to produce my own fertilizers as well. So I crush up eggshells, mix those with vinegar and water for calcium. I leave bananas to ferment for a day or two in water. And then I also do use urine and water for nitrogen for beans and things like that. It sounds gross. Natural fertilizer, that's where the stuff comes from anyways. Good tip. That's awesome. Yep. Hi, Rick Nelson. Yep, rabbits shed right before winter and in the spring. So I'm assuming they must kind of molt like the chickens and the quail. Well, hopefully by spring, I'll have those rabbits. I had built a big quail, real big quail cage, I guess. It was 2 parts when I first started, and now I've progressed quite a bit. So I've actually cut that in half, and I'm going to use those 2 halves for rabbit cages. I have to finish them up here, and then hopefully we'll get the rabbits going. The joke is birds are not real. They are robots from the government. That's one of my favorites. The baby pigeon question is what they use to prove their point. Ah, okay. So why don't see the baby pigeon? That's fun. So I don't know about, I'm pretty sure birds are real, but if you've ever looked into some of those technologies and little things that they fly around, and I don't know. I think they're so far ahead. If they want to watch you, they'll watch you. That's fun. Uh, Urine can also be added directly to the compost pile. Yeah, and actually, you can even add it to dirt and do a couple processes, I believe, to create gunpowder. I'm new to rabbits. I wanted to prepare for shift. Yeah, oh, I call it shift. S-A, you know, hits the fan. For whatever reason, I've always seen it as shift, so I call it the shift, which kind of makes sense to me too, because if it hits if the human excrement hits the proverbial oscillating device there, the proverbial oscillating device, it's going to be a shift anyway. So that's what I refer to it as. Um, with things changing. But yeah, I'm most certainly into preparedness and things like that. And a huge part of that is the homesteading stuff. It's actually a guy over, I believe, American Homestead, yeah, Zach. He likes to say, if you follow preparedness to its logical conclusion, you're going to come to homesteading. And so, most certainly, I think an enormous part to being prepared for whatever the world throws at us is, definitely having some things on the shelf and some long-term stuff, preservation and whatnot. But also, I believe having those animals, that garden, those skills, really, those skills to be able to continue to produce for yourself. So, right on. Plants that require high nitrogen are like cabbage, corn, cilantro. Learn about nitrogen requirement. Carrots are low nitrogen. Fortify on the scale. That's good to know. I don't usually urinate for any or the root vegetables and stuff, really. I've used it for like the beans, the corn, what else? The peach tree. I think that's really about it. And the compost pile is real high nitrogen because the chicken waste and the quail waste go in it. So I actually have been working on that, and my compost that's going to be going on to the garden this next year is about 6 foot by 5 foot by 4 foot high. Real nice compost pile that I'm actually really excited about. So I have that going, and I got some questions. I apologize. I need to catch up actually. I've never lost track of my comments before. That's awesome. Hey, Bernard, good to see you. That's awesome. And let's see. Rick Malto, put them outside. Drop thing. And then drop thing. People fail on raising carrots because they require low nitrogen. That's really good to know. So yeah, I've actually had really good success with carrots. So my soil must run low nitrogen. I've never tested it. We grow a lot of different carrots. I actually have some heirloom carrots that have come from my grandfather that I don't know how old those go back, but we successfully grew some amazing ones of those this year. We got them to seed, and I was actually able to seed save those seeds. And so, and we started those last year. Sorry, but I'm losing my voice a little here. Excuse me. And so I think that's really neat. Beets require high nitrogen like cabbage. So if I'm to do beets, I think I'll just put the high nitrogen compost. I don't know. I don't mind using the urine at all in the garden. It doesn't bother me. Putting it right on the root vegetables, I don't know if I would do. I guess it probably wouldn't matter. It's really diluted. So that's good to know. We grow a lot of beets too. We grow some globe beets and the pink ones, the red ones, all kinds of different ones. I have a neat short if you want to check out actually. You'll recognize it. It's gotten a lot of views, but it's of a globe radish that left in the ground too long, and either worms or bugs or something hollowed it out and ate it out, except for it looks like a webbing, like it's still in the shape of the radish. Real neat thing. So check that out. Let me catch up a little bit. Renegade Black Sheep says we had a rabbit colony, and when I get rid of them, there were 80. There were 80, and we had been dispatching them all along. Wow. So it's true what they say. A couple rabbits, and you'll have a ton. That's funny. Rick Melko says, Trop's family garden. She won't let me. It's cold for some loss or something. They are small, yeah. So this last year I was worried about the birds being in the cold, which they do fine, by the way. Um, I still worry. That's why I built the poultry village. And it's very well insulated. I am here in the Southwest desert. Most people think it doesn't get cold, but it does. It gets cold. J. Mary, last one. Where do you think pit ants come from? If you guys would pee on the ant mound, you wouldn't have to use bug spray on them. That's a great tip. I didn't know that. So I don't use bug sprays here. For the ants, I use a combination of borax and sugar. Sometimes I just do baking soda and sugar because I don't even really like using the borax that much. And then a little water dish. And that seems to work really well for the roaches and the ants. But I'll pee on them. Why not? Rick Melto says, Grafted Branch Homestead, where do you live? By somewhere I will have 100 rabbits and I can help you out. Hey, that's awesome. So I'm actually here in New Mexico, central New Mexico on the West Mesa there. I'm not sure where you're at. We have 10 people in here. So everyone drop in the comments, which I'm trying to catch up on where you're at. I'd just be curious to see where everyone's at. Urea is the same thing they use in diacetyl. Oh, that's what DEF is. So I've been hearing, of course, a lot about the DEF or the DEF diesel additive that's in short supply and whatnot. But it's made from pea. That's awesome. I mean, like I said, you make gunpowder. There's actually really almost everything you need is really around you. Like even if you don't have bananas, I completely spaced on what nutrients that it gives the soil. Anyways, if you don't have that, you can use ash and things like that. But all the things you need are around you. You don't need all the. I want to get away from being dependent on the store. And actually, kind of funny as we were going through the driving out through the country for the holiday here. I was talking about owning horses with my wife, and I'd like to do that when I get some land. And she tells me, well, you don't really need a lot of land to have a horse. You can keep it in a small area. And I thought, that's true. But then you are reliant on bringing food and bringing everything in. Now, I know I'm still going to have to do some of that. But if I had a couple acres, I can do an acre of alfalfa or some pasture and things like that. And so I think it's important that if I have an animal like that, I can support it at least as much as I can on my own. With the chickens here, I have a huge area. I call it my chicken corn, but I grew corn, sorghum. I'm going to be growing wheat and some other things. And so I want to stock some of those grains up and supplement the chickens. I'm not going to be able to feed them completely, and the quail eventually, on it. But I can learn those skills, and I can try and do as much as I can until I get more land. Urea before oil was produced by animal urine. Okay. Verna Young says, I'm looking for Havana rabbits to raise in my apartment. Okay. Oh, cool. Hey, guys, check out Verna Young's channel, too, if you haven't. Go ahead and just YouTube search for her. That when you search, that actually does a whole lot, too, more than just a link. And check her out. So she does koi as well and just had some babies. So people throw cow manure in their carrot patch and wonder why it doesn't grow well. Because of the nitrogen. I never knew that, and that's awesome. I probably would have added nitrogen to where I have my carrots as well, or the high nitrogen compost. I also do a compost that's not high nitrogen, just kitchen scraps and things, and so I'll probably add that instead. Awesome tip. You may have saved my carrot. And if I haven't gotten to your comment, I apologize. I've actually never gotten behind on comments before, so that's kind of neat. I will take a quick second here before I move on, though. For anyone new, I am doing a giveaway, and if you are interested in making fermented foods and things like that yourself, I have this wide mouth fermentation kit. If it's something you can use or you're interested in, once this live stream is done and I post it, you'll see it in my videos or my live stream. Go on there, click on there, and you can leave a comment. Leave a comment of one of the names of one of my chickens or quail. I say them a lot in my videos, so you can go back and check out any of them. Quick hint is I had said a name of one of them once in this stream, actually. But if you're the first person to leave one of those names, I will be giving this away. I'll announce that winner next week. And for the next 5 weeks here, I'm going to be giving something away every night. So if no one can use it really or doesn't win it this time, we'll just add it to next week. All the gifts are going to be a little different. Everything from preparedness and survival to chickens and the quail and homesteading and different things like that. So you may see something you like. Stay tuned for that. Carrots, leeks, and beets, etc., are 2-year plants to grow seeds. Yeah. So these carrots, they're second year on the ones I've saved the seed. I believe onions are second year as well. I want to seed save those. I haven't done that yet. We did seed save a ton of plants this year, and I do sell seeds in my Etsy shop. I haven't gotten the new ones up yet. I'm so lazy, but we do sell those, and I'll put a link there. We saved a lot of toothache seeds this year. And then let's see. We also have Egyptian walking onion, which if no one's checked out, those are awesome. I've done a video on that. And the way those seed or you save their onions is a little different. So if you haven't checked that out, look those up. So Matt, you are letting a couple carrots go to seed to save for next year. I am. So actually my father's heirloom carrots, those ones were planted last year in a little side area. And they went to seed this year. And so we saved them. Verna Young, that's the way you do it. And then let's see, Verna saying exactly. All right. Son of a farmer and rancher, and you've been growing for 5 decades. Wow, that's awesome. So I am a city boy trying to go country. I have a lot of farmers and ranchers in my family, but not immediate. And so there you go. Yep, it's cold in the desert. Yeah. And then let's see. I'm trying to catch up on comments. We'll go a little quickly. Bernie Young saying to drop and Homestead, what many don't realize is that you should at least one plant of every variety that you grow go to seed. And you're able to grow more next year. Yep. And so again, that's relying on the store. And so like with my chickens, I can kill them and eat them all, but then I don't need the chickens if I don't have a rooster. With the quail, I have the roosters, so I can continue that. Same thing with your garden. You need to be thinking about seed saving because one of the weirdest things I saw when the lockdowns or whatever started was they made it illegal in a lot of places to buy seeds. And they actually taped off those areas. I still don't understand that. I'm not going to try to. Seed save. And share with people too. Do some seed sharing. I'm going to mention this on a side note. It's something I want to start ever since I've started YouTube. And I've talked with other creators in the area about doing it. Is doing a box of seeds that gets sent around or multiple. I'm not sure on the logistics of that. But to get some seeds out to people where they can leave them or take them, get some varieties you haven't seen. Renegade saying, yes, this New Mexico desert is cold, but you have a roaring fire. Ooh, I'm jealous. So I really want to put a wood-burning stove in. Right now, we have a fire ring or fire pit, rock fire pit in the backyard. And as often as my wife will let me, I'm out there with the fire. So I'll do a stream from there, maybe next week or one of these weeks here. I'm in Grove City, Ohio. I used to live in Socorro, New Mexico, and worked at White Sands. How cool. So in the next few weeks here, I've never taken my boys to White Sands. I have a 14-year-old and a 9-year-old. They haven't been. We want to get down there and do some video from there. That Verna Young, yep, I already did a bunch of seeds here. Replying. Let me go a little quick and then I got a lot of comments. Wow, that is the first. Okay, I'm gonna go fast. Rick Melso, I'm in Franklin, Ohio. Oh, cool. I only grow heirloom plants. Yeah, and so you can grow hybrids and seed save, but chances are you may not get the same seed or the same plant that next year. It could be a little different. So definitely heirloom is the way to go. Also, if you're going to be seed saving, it's a good idea to have the same type of that plant in the area so you're not getting cross-pollination on some of those that can. This is great. Verna saying drop family garden. Brand new here. I'm so glad you stopped in. You're so full of useful tips and knowledge, and I'm definitely gonna check out your channel. But let's see. I get a lot from Verna too. And Verna, before you were here on the stream, I was talking a little bit about the when I talked about the incubator, the tips you gave me, and I actually ordered one of those thermometers as well. So about family garden at Verna, I have volunteer potatoes, garlic, and horseradish that come up every year. I want to get horseradish in. Look into lovage. Tastes like celery. same uses, and it grows like a bush year after year. I'm actually going to write that one down. Because celery is something I struggle with, but one. And so I'm going to write that down. I need to keep a notepad here all the time. I get so much useful stuff in this community. All right, let's see. All right, Rick also said, Bernie Young, I don't know how to tell you my info without giving it out to everybody. I'll post it on Craigslist. So, you can check out Bernie Young's channel and talk to her there and suggest that. If people want to get a hold of other people, you can always email me, graftedbranchhomestead@gmail.com, and I can email them. And if everyone wants to talk to each other and says that's fine, I can get you guys in touch with each other. However you want to do it. Bernie Young saying, replying, Drops Family Garden, I homestead in an apartment. Only planting I do is in pots right now. I have fig tree and garlic in pots outside for the winter. Going to start lettuce tonight. How cool. So Verna actually is a great example, I believe, of doing the things. So she takes the situation she's in and maximizes it to its most potential. And that's what I'm trying to do where I'm at as well. So check her channel out. Hopefully someday I'll be on a large ranch or farm, something. That's the goal. Animal room. Okay, I gotta go quick here. Let's see, Verna Young or May lettuce is better choice. I'll try that as well. You and Verna agree. Verna Young, Swiss chard grows well indoors. I did not know that. So Swiss chard grows great here in New Mexico. I still have Swiss chard growing outdoors now. Drop Family Garden, yeah, but right now I don't remember. So right now I have red winter wheat, garlic, sunchoke's overwintering, carrots overwintering, the garlic and onion are overwintering. The chard's still growing well, cabbage is still growing, beets are still growing. The Egyptian walking onions are still growing. There's other things too I can't think of. Yep. Hey, Cliff is in New Mexico. Hook up with him. He's a great gardener. I'm not sure who Cliff is. Maybe you said. If not, close to that is. But I'm always looking for people, especially locally as well, to talk with, to maybe have some mutual assistance or whatnot. Bernie's saying that drop to drop. I live in a one-bedroom apartment, but my bed is in the living room, so I can raise livestock in a bedroom. That is awesome. I think that is absolutely amazing. He is Fox Outdoors. Okay, so Fox Outdoors, I will check out. And I gotta subscribe to you as well. And everyone else here in the chat. So I have Nightbot. I can't figure out for the life of me how to get it to post someone's channel link when they do a command. If anyone knows how to do that, let me know. But I've been trying to get that going. I have heard though that it helps out even better if people go on YouTube and actually search for your channel than just the link as well. So I don't know if that's my excuse for not being very good at dropping links. But anyways. And CDB, the boys would love being on Ant Hills. Yeah, they have a lot of fun. They have a lot of fun helping me out with those types of things for sure. And then Bob's laughing, and Verna's laughing, and she's saying hi to CDB. Yeah, and they're saying hi to each other. The Govey, that was the name I was thinking. I actually ordered. So today I ordered a Govey thermometer for the incubator. I ordered it when the sun went. So today's Saturday, the Sabbath is something I observed. I'm not going to get into too much, but I ordered that as soon as the sun went down. I actually also ordered Celadon eggs from Scarlet Red Quail, I believe they are, from Whiskey Tango Farm. So we'll see how quick that comes in. Yep. Tell people not to grow. Yeah. Tell people not to grow heirloom tomatoes next to each other, even self-pollinating, and they'll make hybrids. Yeah. So yeah, you don't want to create hybrids on your own either. Some of my seeds, last year I had a lot more seeds I had saved that I wanted to put on that seed, but I pulled those and decided not to just because I think they may have been cross-pollinated. So I have a large garden area. I have a back garden area that I laugh and say it's my back 40, the back 40 foot of my garden there. And I'm actually putting in a third with raised bed, technically maybe a fourth, because I put in a greenhouse style 4 foot by 8 foot area behind the club shack as well. I'll get all this on camera possibly in the morning. I do a 10 a.m. live stream with my youngest son, my 9-year-old, and that's garden chat with Matt and garden tea with Farmer Casey. And he's been cooking omelets lately when we've been on. I'm not sure what he plans on for tomorrow, but we'll get something there. Look into self-pollinating plants. You can grow them indoors. Yeah, 'cause you need the pollinators and bees. The ones that are self-pollinating, get indoors. I've done some indoor growing. We definitely experimented with that. I've actually built aquaponic beds that are small and indoors in the past and had success with that. I have grown quite a few things indoors and had some success, but Rick Melton saying I never get good harvest with anything heirloom veggies. I keep my seeds from the year before every year. You're 51 years old, so you have some old seeds. Yep, that's awesome, man. If it works for you, your seeds, your products can be best. I do pride myself and laugh when I'm making something, whether it be dinner or a project or what it is, and I'm able to list the ingredients that didn't come from the garden, like pepper maybe or salt, and that list is just so much smaller than the list of things I did produce myself. And when I have a whole meal that I produced all myself, usually besides the pepper and salt and things, that really makes me happy. But, okay, oh wow, I am midnight. I'm gonna try and catch up. I was planning on just doing a really short stream, but there's a bunch of people in here, so I'm gonna try and catch up if I can. Grow baby greens indoors, y'all. So I do grow fodder. You can't see it right now. I grow fodder for the quails and chicken indoors. Fodder is just microgreens that you give to the animals, pretty much. And so I do that all throughout the winter and most of the year. I do want to set up right here a shelving unit with some light and get some indoor things going this year as well. Last year we did indoor potatoes and some tomatoes and things, and that worked out well. CDB saying, Rick, still a young man. I'm learning a lot as well. Rick Melton, I'm about 14 years older than you. I've been doing things for 52 of these years. That's awesome. So I am 37. I'll be 38. We got this property where we're at now. We moved here, and then I had some health issues and some things. I really had a awakening, I guess, about 3-4 years ago. And so that's where I started my journey here, really. Cliff is in your area. That's awesome. I'll check him out. And that's Cliff. I'll write his name there. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I'm always looking for local help as well. Mr. Landfill, which I love that name, I say every time. Gotta log out. Thanks for the great show. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate that. All right, Matt, if you have someone as a moderator, they would be able to drop a link for you. Yes, I know, Verna. I have a couple moderators. I know I'm personally just not very good at getting that done. Yeah, so I'm trying to make Verna a moderator here. Yeah. It's not letting me right now. Yeah, I need to get on top of that more. Thank you, Verna. And we're saying good night to Landfill, which is CDB. CDB is my moderator above. And then see. Mine's easy to find. I'm only here to help others learn how to grow and survive. That's awesome. I'm here. That's my goal too, is to help people that are maybe not quite as far as long as I am. And I want to help them and then learn from people who are further along than I am. That's awesome. All right. Bernie Young, they don't call me drop for nothing. I know CDB says I'm one of the moderators. You're new at it. Not sure how to drop links work. CDB, don't you worry at all. I am not good at any of this right now. I don't expect you to drop those links. That's fine. Don't even worry about that. I'm going to learn. I'm determined because I know it can be done. I have friends on other channels that do it. I just need to get a hold of them, I guess. but to get Nightbot to do that, because I really want it. So like now you can try, if you type GBH for Grafted Branch Homestead, it should post your channel ID. It's just not a link. So if someone wants to try that with GBH there. Verna's saying, oh well. I don't know if I'm going to get caught up to do the things I need to do. I might have to. I'm just going to run real quick here. I've never had this problem. CDB, email me. I'll help you out, Verna says. That's awesome. Look into Arkansas Traveler. Tomatoes are good for slice and paste, better than aroma, and not determinate. Okay, so that is. I'll look into that. I'm going to write that down actually too. I'm taking too much time on this. So I'm going to run through these comments and get on to a couple other things here. This is a great chat tonight. I really enjoy the community. This is awesome. CDB, 3 dots to the right. You can copy the link as a mod. So I don't know if you're watching this on your phone, CDB, or if it's on a computer. I'm not sure. I will actually get with you later here this week, and we'll figure out that. Thanks, Verna, for letting us know how. So I don't even see the 3 dots on mine on people's, you know. Let me see. Oh. Like I see I can add moderator and pin channel. I can go to their channel. I don't see it letting me. I guess I could go to channel and then drop that link. I am going to try this out, Verna, and see. Get further behind, I'm sure. I'm going to see if I can do this. So I'm dropping drops link, and Verna will do it real quick. We'll see if that works. Yeah, okay. So there's drops is the first one, and Verna's is that second one. We'll drop some other here. Okay, let's see. Drops Family Garden says if you don't know how the term determinate, that means they grow one crop. Means they grow one crop and down. So yeah, actually the determinate tomatoes will be like a bush more so, I guess. They're kind of one size and grow determinate amount of tomatoes from what I understand, or plant. And an indeterminate, they grow more like a vine, and it'll have all the suckers and things. So will the others, but kind of go everywhere and have more of an indeterminate amount. That's what I understand. Quail and koi both love sprouts. They do. They love them. So they get their weekly dirt bath that I get them. Sidetrack, I want to build a dirt bath cage. And so I'm hoping to put that on YouTube. And that's where I can move all the quail in there. They can have a full dirt bath. I can clean their cage and then dump the sand and filter it and then put the quail back. But we'll talk about that later. Thanks, Verna. Will do. I turned 65 in May, Verna's saying. To be honest, I didn't garden right for over 30 years. Well, I'm trying to get it right now, so that way I'll be a little easier in life, I guess. There you go. Carolina County Family Homestead dropped a link. Thank you very much over there. TK, I appreciate your help as well. And he's the moderator for me as well. So if you guys haven't checked out his channel, I'm going to drop that as well. He posts a lot of videos. Really interesting stuff I like. It's definitely one people should check out as well. And so if I don't mention your channel in here, let me know and I'll drop that link. But let's see. We'll drop Carolina Kind here. There we go. CDB says thanks, drops. Drops Carolina Kind Family Home says this guy. Rick Malta says, Vernon Young, God love you. Have forgot more than I know right now. I've only been saving seeds for about 23 years. Oh boy. Man, you guys are doing it. Thanks, Carolina. Hey, it's like you're still in here. We'll figure it out. Yeah. So we'll get together and figure some of this technical stuff out. I don't have echoes and some other stuff. Spike's really good with computers and whatnot, so I'm definitely gonna pick your brain there, sir. TDB, same as Spike, I think always my go-to for all things computer. Yep. I actually need your help too. The computer I'm on here, I need to I need to upgrade its memory, I believe, a little bit is what it's telling me. I'll have to have you help me out there. And J. Mary last one, as per the Bible, don't mix seeds when planting. What verse is that? I'm curious. I know I've read it, but I just have never. That's why it's called the living word, right? You always get new stuff. Okay. And then that's where I dropped a link. I mod for some channels that are 40 and 100,000. That is insane. Wow. I never thought I would have 100 people. And I'm like at 665, I think. That is crazy. Wow. Um, I don't want another wrench though. I'm too busy trading stocks and following them. That is awesome. Hey, I won't make you a wrench. I'm gonna check out your channel now. Oh, there we go. That worked. Okay. Thank you for saying thanks for that. And you cut it. Indeterminate will drop roots where the vines touch the ground. Yeah. I had a lot of so in some of the medicinal things I've grown, as well as tomatoes and some other things like that, I've definitely learned you can kind of manifold those plants, or you can break them, not break them, but mush them a little bit, and they'll create a knuckle and lay them sideways on the ground if you like, and they will sprout all along there, kind of like conifer trees and things. They'll grow their roots down wherever it touches the soil, or like Egyptian walking onion, and then you can grow them up that way up the trellis. And so it's a good way to get some more. Now it is off the same plant, so you may not necessarily, from what I understand, get as big of fruits and things on it because you're producing more of that. It can vary. Yep. All right. Yeah, determinate means one crop, and determinate keep growing until the weather says otherwise. Yep. The ages go, and man, they'll cover things. Well, it's like the snake gourd or the cucuzzis I've been growing. I had one plant cover the 20-foot by 4-foot area, and it would have continued way if I let it. But all right, there we go. Burning young, very true. Same as strawberries. Yep. Strawberries growing indoors as we speak. That's cool. This is the 3rd year of my strawberry patch. They've really spread, and I got them strawed down and in there. So I'm hoping this next year really get big berries. Last year we had problems with birds eating them, so now that area is covered with chicken wire. Rick Melko saying I put diatomaceous earth in all my sand for the birds. I do. I put a little bit. I know some people are adamant and saying don't add anything. I do add a little bit of that. There's also some food grade diatomaceous earth that I mix in their big metal drum when I mix up the quail feed with to get the percentage. I put diatomaceous earth in there as well. It works well as an anti-caking, and it keeps bugs out, and it is great at killing parasites and things. LL, we got about 50 pounds of seed right now. Holy cow. I hope someday to be at your level. That's awesome. 666 subscribers, Berna said. Well, I am thankful for the subscribers. I'm thinking someone else needs to subscribe there. Hopefully that goes up soon. Rick Melton, yep. DE also looked into Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew, all natural herbicide. I will look into that. Captain Jack, and I'll write that down too. I try and go back and look at all my stuff, but I'm kind of getting behind. So I homestead here on the Urban Homestead. I also work a very full-time plus job. Have the 2 kids who are very active in school. I guess with all that said, life's busy. Dead Bug Brew. I think I've heard of that before from someone. All right. Also, yep, used for my chicken and dirt bath. I also add in some herbs into their dirt bath, some rosemary and sage and things like that. Thyme. I think it helps keep bugs out of pooping out of their baths and things. Side note, I did finally catch the mouse that's been in my quail shack. The cat usually, the neighbor cats usually keep the mice away, but since I built the poultry village, the mice have taken resident there, and I found their home, and I dispatched them. Matt, did you know that if you take suckers off the indeterminate, I know what you're going to say, yep, indeterminate tomato plants, you can just put them in the ground, and they will grow. They will. That's awesome. Yep. And so this last year was the first year I experimented with that, and I was able, I don't know what that noise was there. I was able to cut those right there at the base and replant and have some success. One of my strongest tomato plants was from one of those. I had a lot of volunteer plants this year as well. Hope not overwhelming y'all. Just want y'all to do the best you can. If you're not overwhelming, I really appreciate it. The time you're taking and your comments. I appreciate that from everyone in this community. So the only overwhelming I'm getting right now is getting behind on the comments. I've never had that problem. I don't, so that's really cool actually. On your phone. Okay, CDB is on your phone. It's a little hard to do it on the phone, and I do a lot from my phone as well. So that's the problem. I think actually what I'm going to do is we'll talk about that later. But yep, I use food grade only, but it's good to hear you put it in their food. Yeah. I also use last Saturday lime, which is just lime out of Europe. That I use that in the chicken areas and stuff. It helps keep the bugs down and things. So they bathe in it if it's in their area. Rosemary is natural antifungal and virus care. So I use a lot of that around. I actually keep catnip around. I grow around the bird cages as well, which to keep away bugs, roaches, and things. And then for other medicinal uses. But what I didn't plan on was the neighbor's cat coming to hang out by the chicken coop and the catnip. So I've had to cage that and stuff. Anyways, oh, awesome. Here, Mary, last one. I was looking for this. Here is one. There's more, but it's a good start. Leviticus 19:19. You shall not sow your seed with two kinds of seed. Yeah, the Bible really is full of just good, useful knowledge like that too. Actually, one of my favorite verses, one of them, because it's just the one I think funny. A favorite for that is about burying your waste, your excrement. But anyways, yeah. So there you go. The Lord's one smart cookie. He knows what he's talking about, and so even things I don't understand in Leviticus, things like that with different dietary stuff and things I follow just because I think you probably know better than I do. Side note, Berna does it all from your computer. You do catnip as well. Excuse me, I got a coffee that's kind of gross. Sorry about that, everyone. I've been real congested here lately. I do that off camera. I've been real congested here lately. I'm not sure the stream has been running for almost an hour longer than I had planned on. So, let's see. Yep. You do grow herbs, medicinal ones, like hibiscus. I do a lot of hibiscus and have a lot of videos on that. So my 9-year-old son is really interested in all the different uses and things that the plants can do. And so we do tea with him in the morning. He also goes around and likes to eat the different plants and figure out what they do. Hibiscus has been one we've worked with quite a bit. Also a lot of yarrow, and we worked with this year, and I don't know, all kinds of different ones. But get the book Back to Eden, and it teaches you growing and living the Bible way. I've heard about that a lot. Yeah, so actually I'm gonna write that down too. Book Back to Eden. I have a lot of books. I've been really on a kick of wanting to have the physical book of different things on hand. So I've been trying to get a book of mine. Back to Eden. I've heard a lot of people talk about that one. All right, there we go. Thank you. They've been spraying the skies. Yeah. Oh, don't show the comment. I'm so sorry. I hope that's something. I can't agree with it. Well, I agree with you, but yep, sorry. I have to check that book out. Thanks, Verna. I'm sorry I showed that. I hope that's not a problem. I got to read them here before I click on it. I grow herbs. I live in New Mexico along the Rio Grande. So we're right along the Rio Grande. We're on the southwest Mesa, but near the Rio Grande as well. I believe I caught up on comments. So that is awesome. Cool. Well, that was a lot. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to recap a little bit what I started on, and we'll be hopping off in a few minutes. I do want to show one of those little baby quail again, just because they're so much fun. So I started talking about the last few weeks, the videos and live streams I've had of the quail incubation, the success/failure with that, the quail brooding. I'm going to pull a little baby out for a quick second to show. I'll talk about fermenting and the giveaway again real quick before we get out of here. And it looks like there's still 9 people on, so that is awesome. We'll grab another one this time. And let me put that camera on. And they like to be warm, so I'm not going to keep it on here too long. This is another one of the little hatchlings. It wants to be back in the warmth. Where it's going to go. This little nugget pretty high. Come on. Alright, back to where you belong. There we go. And they want to be right around that 100-degree mark right now. They're still very young. Okay. We'll show it down a little bit. Oh, and it, oh, geez, we must have had some. Hey, thank you very much, Carolina. We must have had some. So I've been struggling with sex bots or whatever. They like to post things on my videos and my streams quite a bit, actually. I'm always deleting it. So if you guys see those types of things, let me know, and thank you for catching that. Oh, and I did miss a whole lot here. Let's see. So have a blessed night, everyone. Have to take Lucy out. We'll see you, Verna. You have a good evening. Thank you so much for joining. If you're still here, we had a community, not pot. I'm sorry. We grow food. We grew for people that didn't eat meat. Oh, okay. Out here you did. Okay, that's neat. That's really cool. A good book to get is the Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine. I think I might actually own that one. Well, I'm not gonna go look right now, but I think I own that one actually. Good night, Verna CDB Stan. Goodbye, sex bots. Yes, thank you. Goodbye. We don't need those here. Get too cute, Carolina Kind Stan. They're cute, but they grow up. Yep, they do fast too. So quail, one of the cool things is they are one of the fastest, I guess, like hatching to table or egg laying animal again. So in about 8 weeks, you can go from hatching that little animal out, like that little one, to laying its own eggs, or to eating 8 to 10 weeks or so. Yep, very young. Report them for spam. I do. I report them, but I mean, they're everywhere. They drive me nuts. I want this channel to be very family friendly, obviously, and you know, I want to please my maker, and that's not what I want in there. So, anyone want to my feed bill? Oh man, I don't even want to ask. I'm sure that is high. So I've actually a few months ago, or this last year, is the first year I have taken myself from totally being in the red on building up infrastructure and garden and the birds and feed and everything on my urban backyard homestead, from taking it from being in the red to the black. So I actually am able to, been selling enough different things and producing enough that I'm actually have my stuff paid for and the monthly feed paid for right now. So that is a success. Good night, everyone. I'm taking off too. Shalom and J. Mary last night. It's good to see you. Shalom. You have a good evening there. Caroline saying, yep, mine are laying and some in the incubator now. And you'll load another incubator this coming Friday. Wow. So you've been really busy with culling and loading them up too. That is awesome. I need to get on that a lot more. Yep, family friendly. No, thanks. You appreciate that a lot, CK. Family first. Yep. Porn bots hit everyone's channels. It's everywhere. It really is. It's absolutely everywhere. I can just do what I can to get rid of it, and I appreciate all the help. So if you see it on here, I do apologize. Renegade Black Sheep says, yep, it's annoying. Or drop saying too, Renegade Black Sheep. It's annoying. It is. So that was the little guy. I showed my fermented garlic, and I talked tonight a little bit about ferments and how good they are for gut health and different ones I want to be doing in future videos here. With that, for anyone interested that may not have heard, I'm going to be giving away a make your own fermented food fermentation kit for wide mouth jars. And this is a small gift every week here on my Saturday night live stream. I'm going to be giving away a gift, everything from preparedness, survival type stuff to things like this, animal products, excuse me, some different things that my channel is about. So if you think you can use this or want to win it, as soon as I'm off this stream and I post the video and you're able to leave a comment on this stream's video, leave the name of one of my chickens or one of my quail. I say them often. You can watch a lot of my videos. You'll probably pick up on it quick. A hint is I said it once in this stream of one of them. And so if you first person to leave the name of one of those in the comments there, next week we'll win this. I'll announce that winner next week, as well as our next giveaway and what that is. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. If it's something you want to do that. If not, we'll just add it to next week. Good night. And I'm going to be hopping off here soon. I am. In about 3.5 minutes. I'll make it an 1.5 hour stream, which is a success for me. I think that's one of my longest streams. I believe I have the most people in here I've had. And then as well as I've actually gotten behind on comments. So that's all firsts for me. Thank you guys very much. You have to set comment subs only, then pick 10 minutes. Okay. I need to do a little work on the back end there. Thank you. And then let's see, we got, oh, and then drop saying try pickled eggs with garlic, honey, and dillweed. Pickled eggs. I'm going to be making some this week here. So you say garlic, honey, and dillweed. Okay. There we go. Not honey, I figured. We have all this stuff. Let someone win if they need it. That's awesome. That's cool. No, so that's why I say if you have it or it's something you're not going to use, let's let someone else win it. If someone doesn't win it this week, it'll just roll over to next week. I'm going to have products of all range of different things. So if you happen to join my streams over the next 5 weeks and you see something that you like or you could use, then you can try and win it there. That'd be awesome. And Caroline saying I agree drops. Psych saying good night. Great stream, Matt. Hey, thanks, Psych. You have a good evening. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. Caroline Kind saying, yes, we have everything we need. That is awesome. Or you're saying too, Caroline. I'll have to forge the setup. Yes, so Psych's making a forge. And so I'm actually going to be getting together with him and doing some live stream or some videos, possibly live streams with him, learning how to forge knives a little bit. And we'll be showing that. And CDB is saying good night to Psych there. It's a good feeling, yep. Forging is almost a lost art. Yeah, it totally is. And so I'm really excited to be on, we'll be on scene, I guess, or off site on stream. So it'll be Quail Shack chat with Matt away from the Quail Shack, and we'll be watching some of that forge soon, so stay tuned. Do you want a box of homemade soap? I would love to send you some. Hey, if you're talking to me, drop, I don't know who you are, but I most certainly would. My email is graftedbranchhomestead@gmail.com, just like it's spelled there, no spaces or anything. And if you shoot me an email, I can get you my info if you're talking to me. But yeah, and I'll send you some stuff back we produce here too, if you like. Thank you, Matt Ringid, saying, yep. CDB, yep, forging is cool. Drop saying to CDB, drop saying, Sonia's husband does it. CDB, okay. Let's see. Psych is CDB saying Psych is just getting his forge set up. Yeah, so he's starting out. I really enjoy on this channel most everything I do. I'm just learning or starting out. So some cars racing by. So I think it's really cool to show the beginning stages of stuff as well as you know, some things I know well. But I think it's cool to show those beginning stages. With me just starting new projects, I like to see how people do that. Anyways, yep, you'll have to consider. I'll do that. Consider it. Say, okay, I'll check. I don't check the email very much because I don't get a whole lot, but I've been checking it every couple times a week. So I'll check that, and I appreciate that. I do. We'll get you some of our stuff too. So I've been at an hour and a half now. I am going to jump off. Drop say, I'm a grouchy old man. Get off my lawn, you. That's funny. I joke all the time and say that's the person I'm going to be if I'm not already. I'll tell a little story. I don't know if I should tell, but I'll tell real quick before I get off. We did, not as much now, but we did have some problems with some people using drugs and things and hanging out behind the back wall of our urban homestead. And in the summer, I might get up very early in the morning, take care of my animals. And when it's warm, a lot of times I'm outside in possibly underwear and a t-shirt or things like that. And my hair is crazy and all over the place. And I had some guy wouldn't leave, was doing some drugs and some weird things. I don't know, weird stuff going on behind the wall. And so I decided I was going to hop up on the wall and scare him. And I was in underwear and boxers and a t-shirt and crazy hair all over the place and my beard going all over. And I got down and I got onto the ledge right below the wall and I jumped up on the wall. Hey! I screamed and he took off. He didn't know what the heck was going on. It was about 6:30 in the morning. So, yep. Drops almost 63 here. Okay. Yep. Everyone remember to hit the thumbs up, like. I do appreciate everyone being here. Join me tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with my son if you like. Otherwise, next Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time for a Quail Shack chat with Matt. We're going to do another giveaway, announce the winner of this one. Once this video posts, you can leave your answer to one of the names of one of my chickens or quail in the comment if you want to win that. Other than that, it's been an amazing stream. Got to meet some new people. I really appreciate everyone that's been here. I appreciate you, CDB and CK, for moderating, doing a fantastic job. You guys really make you bring so much joy to my life and really make this what it is. So I appreciate everyone from dropping in. I got some new channels to subscribe to later and check out. That is awesome. So until next time. Yep. So until next time, everyone, stay strong, do the things, talk to each other, tell each other what they mean to you this holiday season, and then let's just have a good community. I don't know. I said all that kind of sounded weird, but you guys have a good one. Till next time, I'm Matt. Thanks for joining.